Welcome back to MLB Tonight. Let's talk a little pitching here. Rockies reliever Adam Ottavino is coming off a nice 2014 campaign when he really buckled down after the month of June, shutting hitters down to the tune of a 2.22 ERA and allowing batters to hit a mere 2.31 off him. Last month, he had the Rockies avoided arbitration. They agreed to a one-year deal worth $1.3 million. Here's the player profile, 6'5", 230. And how about what he did in the last couple of seasons? He's averaged a little bit more over a strikeout per inning. Lucky for us, he stopped by today, and he's hanging with Billy and Dave over in Studio 42. Guys?
Hey, thanks, friend. Yep, and Adam, okay, day one of spring training rolls around. You're a Northeast boy. You ain't throwing outside too much. You're throwing on turf like this. So we got you on the dirt. You thrown a couple days ago. So day one in spring training, what do you got for me in your first bullpen session?
Well, at the beginning of spring training, I'm just trying to find my rhythm, get to know my catcher a little bit if I haven't met him, and just, try to find my balance, work through my timing, get him down in the middle, try to, just get my timing, make sure my arm's out front, throw some strikes. Eventually, I'll progress to moving him to the outside corner.
Okay.
And the reason why I do that is because usually, as a rule of thumb, if you can throw that pitch that's away from arm side to the glove side consistently, that means your delivery is really dialed in the way you want it.
Is that fair to say when you're throwing your fastball to the outside corner, you're doing more right at that point in time? You can hit the inside corner to a righty and leak or bail and have the ball find it. But if you're throwing outside corner, you've got to be sound.
Yeah, exactly. That just means that I'm getting down where I need. My timing's good. I'm getting my arm out front where it needs to be. To throw, arm side, you could do a lot of things wrong and still achieve that.
I got you. So now, with your arm in the right spot, are you mixing breaking balls in first day?
Yeah, a few, but I'm not trying to make them too nasty. I'm just trying to throw everything for a strike and, feel the spin off my fingers in that outdoor environment for the first time.
Mixing in some change-ups?
Yep, a couple change-ups is always good as well. It's just good for the visual, see how it's moving, get that feel on your feet. Cleats in the dirt for that first time. Now,
your first day in Colorado's camp, how many pitches are they looking for you to throw in your first bullpen session?
Well, we're expected to be able to throw between 30 and 40 when we show up, so that's what we do. I like to go more on feel. I just go until I feel like I've gotten the right amount of work in, and then that's it, but it's always in that range.
All right, you said something about your catcher. We got Dave Valle back there. He spent 10 years in the American League. He's coming over to catch you now. Val, can you see anything in him day one? Can you lend any support, or are you just watching him?
On day one, what I'm looking for is just kind of how his whole presence is out there. I'm looking for that release spot. I want to get as comfortable catching each one of my pitchers as he is throwing to me. So I'm looking for a release spot. I'm looking for his balance. And then afterward, I want to be able to start building that relationship with him. I want to start talking to him about what I need to look for, because almost every pitcher, and tell me if I'm wrong here, has something that you always will kind of find out of sync. So you could say, hey, Val, if you see my ball moving this way, just remind me to keep my front shoulder in, or to take my shoulder to the plate. So I want to find those little trigger points that I'm going to be able to help him be better once he's on the mound.
What about an out pitch for him? Because what if you say out here, okay, we fall behind with the fastball, we know got to jump in, you feel comfortable with the 1-0 slider. Does that happen in day one?
Probably not day one. But again, it's a relationship. I want to get to know him as a person. Hey, where did you grow up? What school did you go to build that foundation. So once we start getting deeper into spring training, before we get into the games, I want to know what he's comfortable with throwing when you're behind an account. Like, do you like throwing your slider 3-2? Would you ever consider doing that?
Absolutely. That's kind of my favorite thing to do, and okay. I'd be willing to, in this situation, I would be telling you, this is how I like to target, from time to time, if you would tilt your body a little bit, little things that make me more comfortable so that we can work well together.
Right. And all those things are so important once you're out in the heat of the battle to make him as comfortable out here as possible.
Yeah, I got you. So, Fran, day one might look a little bit boring, 30 to 40 pitches off the bump with a new catcher, but mid-May might come into the game, and you might see something in that day one process actually kind of come out in mid-May. So that's what we got from here, Fran.